YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is 2 Point Campus Strategy and Tactics Quick Tip. So today's topic is one I've actually covered before back in 2018 with my coverage on 2 Point Hospital, toilets. Toilets exist back then in that game, toilets are a thing here, and on a lark for, well, let's say poops and giggles, I decided to try my old toilet build from back in the day in 2 Point Campus to see if it withstood the test of time, and it does. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, let me show you, with a few modifications. The name of the build is the Loo By Four, and as its name implies, the bathroom is a 2x4 dimension. Door goes right here in the middle. Now, as far as the toilets go, this actually kind of plays into the prestige system here. So the Royal Flush, aka the golden toilet, this is something that you get just by signing up at the link on the main menu of the game and then just logging in. You'll get the Royal Flush for free. It's not like a paid DLC thing. And it is a useful item to get, but I wouldn't say to use it for all 4 of the toilets here. What you want to do is you want to put a Royal Flush in the upper 2 corners here, and then follow that up with 2 of the normal toilets, like that, in the 4 corners here. The reason being is that these are 2 separate objects for the purposes of prestige decay. You get more prestige out of placing 2 of each of these than you would by placing 4 of only 1 of them. Now, there's a couple ways we can build this room from here. One way is to max out the prestige of the room, reasonably speaking. And I mean, it's a bathroom. It's not going to be a highly prestigious place, but we can get to a 4 prestige. Garbage can goes in the middle. There are 3 posters that can appear for the bathroom. Before we place those, we want to place our sinks. They've changed the item frame of the sink from 2 Point Hospital here. You used to only be able to fit 1. Now you can very comfortably fit 2 sinks. You could probably even fit a 3rd here as well. But again, that might be a little bit much. Better and cheaper to have posters here. And what I usually do is, since there's only these 3 poster types, I do 2 copies of each. 1 here, 1 here. You can sneak them behind the cubicles and just fine. And we're at a 4 prestige. Now, the Loo By Four here, there's a couple of variations here. Let's say you want to do what's called a pass-through. There is a new bit of tech that didn't exist in 2 Point Hospital, where your rooms can have more than 1 door. So if you're willing to sacrifice a point of prestige, you can stick another door here. And that way people can come in from either side and go out the other side. They can even root through the bathroom in order to get to where they're going, even if they don't actually need to use the toilet. Now, whether or not you should do this, I'm still researching that. I will have another video on the pass-through mechanic. But just to let you know that is an option. There's another alternative option here where you don't include sinks. You just do posters and other decorative items to make up the prestige, but you don't give them sinks or hand dryer. Now you might be saying, well, Pinstar, why not? They get a drop in hygiene when they use the toilets, which is true, and sinks help restore that drop of hygiene that they just received. Do you want your students to be stinky? No, but that's because of the sister room that comes with it that uses pretty much the same design here. The sister room to the bathroom is the shower room. This one didn't exist in 2 Point Hospital, but luckily the principle it operates on works very similarly to the bathroom. So again, 2x4, maybe call this one the Sure by 4. A couple of random umlauts thrown about there for good measure. But the construction of it is largely the same. 4 shower cubes here. No golden shower types, because that would probably ruin the game's rating if it did. But we do have access to the towel rack here, along with our beloved posters as well. So we can get those in there. Get a garbage can, get some posters up. May not be able to push it to the 4 level, but honestly, a 3 is fine as well. Now, a couple other interactions between these 2 items here, along with our original Perfect 10 dorm room. There's another build that works out quite nicely when you have all 3 of these things playing together. If we scoop up our dorm room here, let's just say, let's just plop it here. And let's scoop this up, put it right there. And let's scoop this up and put it right here. Now we have an indoor courtyard. We have a little concentrated place for people to travel to and get a lot of their needs fulfilled. We can do even more with this particular courtyard to help them fulfill their needs even more efficiently. So first things first, we want a vending machine. My particular favorite when it comes to vending machines is going to be the pulpitation machine. And then as far as the food vending machines go, the morsel men and the cheesy gubbins, they don't seem to have too much of a difference to them as far as that. Pulpitation is useful because it gives you the energy boost mechanic, which is a useful buff to give your students. But placing one of each of those in there will do nicely. Other things you'll want to do here is unlock the Meat Wizard machine. This is your classic small footprint arcade machine, and placing each of these, you want a lot of these. They're kind of expensive, so if you're really tight on money, you can hold off on placing all 4 of these later on. They are not necessarily needed right away. Alternatively, if you want some item variety, you can, and if you've spent the kudosh to unlock it, you can put the single copy of the Crazy Taxi machine here, but that's 250 kudosh, not necessarily a high priority unlock. So use your best judgment, but the main point here is we want entertainment for our students. Up in here, we will want certainly some benches and places for them to sit. A social table right here in the middle will help them get their socialization on, get their friendships a-flowing. And then as far as everything else goes, if you need temperature fixers, put them down here. Otherwise, make sure you have yourself a bin, otherwise you're going to get a lot of litter. I usually like 2 bins here, just to catch them going in or out, depending on the order of them hitting up the vending machines. And then just get a couple of posters on the side here. The main deal here is that we are more interested in attractiveness rather than, getting the prestige up. Although, interestingly enough, the corridors of your campuses count as rooms for the purposes of leveling up and getting prestige. So putting these down does help the prestige of your corridors, as it were. But we're more interested in just making sure all of this is nice and green so that anyone who's spending time in this area is happy. So I hope all of this was useful. Oh, one last little bit of tip on ratios. So I was speaking before that a single one of the perfect 10 dormitories can hold 50 students at most. Each of these, one bathroom, one Loo By Four bathroom and Loo By Four or Sure By Four shower room can generally keep up with 50 people. 50 students plus the allotted staff that come with them. That I've seen these things nice and busy, but I've never seen it to the point where people are like dying of ladder need or hygiene need. There always seems to be just enough room for that. So whenever you place another one of these dormitories, put another one of these 2 along with it to make sure that you have enough hygiene and toilet and other forms of coverage. It's a nice clean ratio. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!